The past is a canceled check. The future is a promissory note. The present is the only cash you have, so spend it wisely. On this video, we're going to talk to you about a problem a lot of people have, which is stress, and we're going to give you some solid stress relief tips to help you get rid of it in your life.
Lots of tips that will help you in any place, anytime. You'll be able to pick one of these and you'll kick some butt. So first, let's just address the obvious thing that's going on in the world these days is so many people are stressed out about so many different things. It could be relationship stress. It could be parenting stress.
Could be financial stress.
Those are the top three for people. Parenting situations, money situations, job situations, relationship situations, right?
Fighting with people. It's stressing me out already.
Oh, it's very stressful. So let's talk about some tips. So the first thing we're going to tell you is it's a good idea to master self-hypnosis.
Self-hypnosis is a phenomenal way of dealing with stress. It's a way of causing a profound relaxation, which is automatically good for you. And by learning how to do self-hypnosis, you can transform the quality of your life that's going to turn your stress levels way down.
And it's already something you are probably doing. That's the funny thing. We have a prior video that talks about self-hypnosis where you're already hypnotizing yourself. Imagine that you have a toolbox and a hammer is a useful tool for banging a nail into a wall or putting up a picture frame or something like that. Well, if you took that same tool and were whacking yourself on the head with it, not so effective. And that's generally what people are already doing. They're using self-hypnosis, the power of your imagination, but you're giving yourself negative messages.
Yes.
So change that. We have a course called Easy Self-Hypnosis. You'll find a link in the description. But this isn't only about self-hypnosis. This video has way more tips than that.
Many. So let's talk about a very physical way of getting rid of stress, which is called tense and release.
Oh, that's a lovely one.
I started doing this one and teaching this at college and university level years ago, and people loved it. Basically, it's best to do sitting down. So pretend I'm sitting down.
We'll pretend.
And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to hold my breath and force my blood pressure up. I'm going to keep breathing normally, but I'm going to tense my fists, my biceps, my abs, my butt, my legs,
even dig your toes into the ground.
Against the ground, the floor, and even clenching my jaw for several seconds.
Did you say clenching pushing your fingers against the floor? That's hilarious. He meant toes.
Well, you can do your fingers if they're growing out of the soles of your feet.
That's right.
The bottom line is tense everything.
Tense all your muscles.
Even tense your jaw.
Even push your tongue to the top of your mouth instead
and close your eyes really tight. Everything. And then guess what? Hold it for several seconds, still breathing normally, and then release. There's a weird thing happens when you tense muscles and then release them. It relaxes them more thoroughly than just attempting to relax them.
Absolutely. In fact, have you ever done that thing where when you're a kid, you push your arm against a door frame or something?
Yes, I have, Chris. Just watch that fist.
And then you relax, and the arm just floats up like that.
I have.
Really, you're lifting it, but because you've recalibrated, and that's the whole thing here. You're tensing, and then when you
suddenly
release,
letting it relax.
The change, what your brain notices is, that's so soothing. It's a wonderful strategy. All right, so
what about 7-Eleven breathing?
So 7-Eleven breathing basically means it's a ratio. You don't have to do exactly 7-Eleven.
And you don't have to do it at a 7-Eleven store.
Exactly. All you're doing is breathing out for much longer than you're breathing in. So if you inhale for a count of 7, and then you exhale for a count of 11, you're going to activate your parasympathetic nervous system.
Which deals with relaxation. And this is very easy to do if you're walking. Just simply every 7 steps you're breathing in, then exhale for 11 steps, slowly and smoothly. Mike. And you will cause your body to begin to relax through very, very specific reasons that are medical in nature.
All right, so moving on. Speaking of medical in nature, exercise. No, it's not medical, but you get the idea.
Right, neither was mine, but you
use your body, breathing is a part of using your body, and so is exercise, which will, of course, cause you to breathe. If you do exercise, it is proven to help reduce stress.
What kind of exercise are we talking about here, Chris?
Well, it could be anything from walking. It could be sprints, not that everyone's going to do those, or it could just simply
swimming?
Be resistance training where you use your own body. I do body weight exercises. It only takes a few minutes to do a really nice workout. Swimming, anything, riding your bike, something you enjoy.
And the reason this is good is because stress puts cortisol in our bloodstreams. Cortisol is a stress chemical. It's not real good for you to have a lot of it. And when we exercise, we can get rid of the cortisol and immediately feel better. And you don't have to do a ton of it. Going for a 20-minute light right walk can make all the difference for you.
Absolutely. It'll change the way you breathe. It'll change the way you feel. It'll clear out the excess cortisol and you'll be rocking. So let's talk about the next one, which is focusing on options rather than limits.
Right. Now, suppose you focus on the cup being half empty all the time. Your brain will start to scan for things that are wrong and things you don't have. If you spend your time telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, I don't have that, that's not working, you'll put yourself in a terrible state that will increase your stress. So how do you deal with it?
Well, basically, you've got to think about the things in your life that you can control so that you're focused on the things that you can actually change. And in addition, you also want to be focusing on the future, not the past. So you don't want to be obsessing over the stuck state, the problem state, the past, etc. You want to be thinking about things you can control and things that you do want in the future, not things you don't want
not
from the
things
past.
you don't want. See, they say that the past is a canceled check. The future is a promissory note. The present is the only cash you have. So spend it wisely. So deal with the present. Don't worry about the awful future you may have, which may never happen. And don't obsess about the past, the stuff that went wrong. Live in the present and enjoy your life. Focus on what's great, not what's a problem.
Okay, the next one is be grateful.
Yes.
Simple, right? If you focus on things that you feel gratitude towards, that will help your mood absolutely. So if you catch yourself and you're in a bad, stressed out state, if you just combine these, go for a little walk, exercise, and start thinking to yourself, what are all the things I'm grateful for right now in my life?
That's fantastic. And, packing these together, stacking them on top of each other, like you said, going for a walk, thinking of what you're grateful for, get out in nature, get around trees and parks and areas that make you feel better. Put things in your life that change your state so you feel better. Do it on purpose.
Okay, we've got two more for you. One is called Be Mindful. Let's talk about that one. So
we sort of alluded to it already. It's being in the present instead of worrying about the future or obsessing about what went wrong in the past.
Right. So if you catch yourself in a stressed out situation, one of the things you can do, instead of being grateful, which is wonderful, you can just connect into the here and now. What am I enjoying? What can I connect with right now?
I'm enjoying doing this video right now, Chris.
It's different than gratitude, but it's similar in a lot of ways.
Being in the moment. Don't miss all the wonderful things in your life right now.
All right, last one on the list before we give you our awesome call to action.
Sorry, laughing.
Is and it's called Laugh on Purpose.
Laugh on Purpose.
Now, this is a fun one, and it comes from the idea that anything that assumes a low stress situation is going to cause a low stress situation. Anything that assumes you feel good or are in a good mood will cause you to feel good.
And what he means by that is if you're in a good mood, you'll laugh and smile. So you can fool your brain. So you laugh and smile, and guess what? It creates the good mood automatically. Say. Wow, my mood's amazing now, Chris.
Do it, because it works. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and here's our quick call to action that I want to tell you about. Go to the description below this video. We have two courses that I think you're going to really enjoy. One is called the Navigator System. Mike designed it years ago, and it's amazing. We've got so much awesome feedback. It's a way to change your life in 5-second increments throughout the day using something called compass statements. You'll learn more about it in the course.
It's easy.
It's a fantastic technique, and it works really well. The other one is we have an audio program called Stress Relief with Self Hypnosis. It is probably our most popular hypnosis audio recording.
Ever.
And it, of course, comes with a 30-minute training track before the hypnosis, which teaches you a whole bunch of really awesome stress relief techniques. Now, both of those courses, the best way to get them, they are included in our personal growth membership. And you'll find a link for that in the description as well, because the personal growth membership is the ultimate membership to building an awesome life.
That's what we do.
Communication techniques, everything that we've been talking about here, plus all the interpersonal communication, confidence, self-esteem building, fitness, all of that. So if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and hit subscribe. And after you do the subscribe, ring that bell so that you're always notified about our upcoming or new YouTube videos. See you in the next video.